Oh, are we not gonna like loop back into the office anymore?
Go on, try out some of the new features.
So let's see. We got the reassurance bucket. Can we really get some new balloons that I actually pick? No. I really hate you. I hate you so much for not letting me actually pick the balloon. Oh yeah, we haven't done the button that says the name of the player playing the game. Suppose we should do that. What's this? Epilogue. Let's do the button first.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Sure.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind,
Okay.
forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
All right.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
Yep.
Sleeping and waking as Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as
No,
Jim,
I had
then
it.
you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
I was role playing as
We're
Jim.
doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
Nope.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
No.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
All the other features don't work.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead,
Jim.
I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Jim. Well, at least I got him to recognize that one of his features was stupid. So do we do the epilogue now? I don't think there's anything else here to do.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Stairs didn't work right there. I think we've done everything else we can here. Settings World Champion. We haven't done that yet. Oh, do we have to go into settings? Accessibility. Show content warnings. Are there actually parts of this game that deal with that stuff? Interesting. Weird. Okay, well, I don't know how to open that door. It's too bad. Okay, so where's the exit to this place? Oh, I did go the wrong way.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Oh, is that it? I thought it was actually going to be like an exit out of here. Oh, there's the exit. This way.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on?
Not really.
Now?
There's nothing else to see here, so... Please, no screenshots.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
Not really.
Yes,
None of them
it's
work.
not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. it's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Sure.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Yikes.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's
No.
sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
What the heck?
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Okay.
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up.
Am I looking at
perfect.
myself?
Go ahead.
That's
Take a look.
me, isn't it? Whoa. Oh, dude, the music. Oh man, that music is so good. The visuals too. Oh, that music. Oh man, that's really good. God, that's cool.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number
You can see the
427.
balloons.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Interesting.
All
Okay.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I mean, get well someday is
Stanley
still
decided to go
okay.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, probably. Oh, there's the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
God dang right I picked up the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Sure.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
The broom closet isn't boarded up anymore.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day.
The
This
broom closet can have the bucket.
believes it deserves the bucket.
I can have it.
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say.
The
here.
broom
It's
closet
supposed to go with
is
the other
king.
cleaning supplies. Good for you,
Can I put it
Stanley.
down anywhere?
Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
No.
I know how hard it must be.
The
given
broom
pressure that
closet
broom
gets
closet is
what the
putting on
broom
your
closet
shoulders right
wants.
Now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults
Look,
simply
I
in order to
get
get you to hand over the bucket?
that you have
Stanley,
some
I never
kind
liked this
of
broom closet
problem
for a variety
with this
of
broom
reasons.
closet.
But even this is worse than I had imagined. Wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
We're
That your
not.
relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
That
That
is.
your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner?
Yeah.
Well, I'd never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
Hey, you-
Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the
Do
bucket as
you
they have
want
changed
this
and evolved over
bucket?
the years. Let him have it.
You want the bucket? I can let you have the bucket. I don't want the bucket. Bucket's stupid. You want it? I'll give it to you. Okay.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
So since I'm reassured, or supposedly reassured, what happens if I go down here?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort.
Uh-oh.
And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong.
says-
Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre
Where did my bucket go?
hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
It said
Indeed.
property of
Now
Stanley
he
on it.
noticed The rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come
Oh
to
my
me,
God, there's
Stanley.
buckets everywhere.
Find me.
He had to find the bucket.
My
He had to return to his
God.
old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, it froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place in life. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass, and she backflipped all the way to work.
God, that was amazing. Holy crap. She backflipped all the way to work. Oh my god, that might actually be my favorite ending. I'm going to
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I'm going to take the bucket with me.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
I wanna try causing that ending again.
So the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Because there was the confusion ending, and I want to try to get back to the confusion ending with the bucket to see if that changes anything.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What the crap?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you.
It's an intervention.
We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet.
Oh, the Adventure
Because
Line,
that's
yeah.
what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
That is what I wanted, actually. Yes.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Yes! Oh my god, yes! Holy crap.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Okay, I would gladly give up the bucket for more of this, for more of the Stanley Parable line. TM.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
No.
Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
I really don't know.
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Bye, bucket.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
I'm trying.
I don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
Trying all sorts of different
buttons. I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this.
Hey,
okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket.
I'd like
Quickly
to...
now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
God dang it. I actually did want to get rid of the bucket.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you.
I'm sorry, Bucket Destroyer.
Stories about you.
I'm sorry.
All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
What the heck?